My book, The Wanderer, is now out on Amazon. You can buy it in paperback and on Kindle. It is a medieval fantasy adventure. If you enjoy medieval fantasy, if you enjoy action adventure, it's probably the book for you. I also make journals. If you want to buy a journal, if you know somebody who journals, I'll leave links to both my book and the journals in the description. I'm giving you a bonus video today to make up for the fact that I could not upload last week because of the strike that I received. There was other people saying that this stuff happened to their YouTube channel. I'm sure you've heard it if you kind of listen to the people that say the same things that I do. They were complaining about how they got videos taken down or strikes or something. So now let's get into this article that we have for today. The New York Post. I liked a high-value man's photo on a dating app. He rejected me because I'm fat. That's quote fat. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. I do appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you for supporting me and my work. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed, and you can find me over on Rumble and on Twitter. Links are in the description. Let's get down here below this picture. Yeah, she's a chubber, all right. A woman claims she was fat-shamed and harassed while using a Christian dating app. Oh, she was harassed? She was harassed? Really? Oh. Well, when saying hello is harassment these days. I mean, let's see if it shows this so-called abuse that she has suffered from. A plus-size mom claims she was harassed last month by a man on a dating app with self-proclaimed above-average looks and high values. Okay, well, if he has high values, are you talking, I mean, maybe this is a misquote or a mistype here. High values means that you have strong moral beliefs. So you expect people to be on a certain moral path. They value certain things. So I don't know what they mean by that, but above average, maybe he is above average. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of people out there who are above average. Like 50% of the population is above average, right? That's not how it actually works. But big percentage of the population is above average. Of course, the way women judge men, then almost all men are below average. Oh, it was so ridiculous that it was comical, Krista Brown told Kennedy News. Brown, 36, said she downloaded a Christian dating app, Plenty of Fish, in November. After being single for 3 years, she was unprepared for the cringeworthy communications she said she received from a match who turned out to be a mismatch. The Minnesota budget support specialist recalled thinking the cyberspace Casanova was kind of cute, despite his pathetic mustache. She claims she swiped right but didn't message him. She says the unidentified man reached out to her in a big way. Oh, did he? So you there are also admitting that he is better than average looking. She said he's kind of cute. Okay, well, that's better than average, right? Or does that mean he's on a scale of 1 to 10, he's kind of cute. He's only a 3 on the cuteness scale. Oh, well, that's below average cuteness, so I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, the way that people talk today, the way that this woman talks, of course, I don't understand anything. I lived in Minnesota for about a year and 3 months. It was a nightmare. Don't ever go to Minnesota. But it looks like he came back at her, is what she's saying here. He reached out to her. Okay. He sent me a whole huge long paragraph asking why I think I'm worthy of dating him and what do I bring to the equation. He had a very condescending tone. He was so absolutely ridiculous, she lamented. He had a very condescending tone. Okay, how do you write a condescending tone? Please tell me. Please, out there, all the people watching this video, please go down in the comments and tell me how you write a condescending tone. How do you write that? You can write condescending words, but you have a condescending tone. I don't know how to do that. Okay. There she is with a lot of makeup on, and from an angle where she doesn't look humongous. She admitted she found the alleged rants comical, but noted hateful comments could be damaging to some women. Yeah, okay. At first, I was offended, but as I read through it, the more ridiculous it got, and I just started shaking my head and laughing. I can't even believe there are people out there who actually think like this, she continued. Brown shared messages with Kennedy News. She said, Prince not so charming sent. The man appeared to brag about his home renovation and his above-average appearance, insisting Brown should have disqualified herself from matching with him for a multitude of reasons, including being big, chubby, fat. Brown says she is a size 18. That's humongous. What the hell? Size 0 is what you should be, but you're a lot bigger than size 0. Yes, I'm shallow. No, guys don't care about what women have accomplished in life. No, men don't want a strong, independent, opinionated woman. Men want to feel needed. They want looks, youth, and inexperience. The disparaging Don Juan allegedly wrote, yeah, all those things sound good to me. I don't care what you've accomplished. I don't want you to be, this strong, independent boss babe. I want to feel needed, and I want you to be young and hot. Yeah. So I guess this is what he wrote to her. All right. Well, this is is that it? Oh, there's one message. Okay, so it's not even messages. It's one message. They said it was messages, and it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't look like it's that long. Let's take a look here. What makes you think that we're compatible? I bought my own home at 20, completely remodeled it since then by myself, which doesn't mean trim and paint, means took out 20 foot of wall, rewired, replumbed, insulated, sheetrocked, new windows, siding, roof, basically a new house. Yeah, what he's telling you there, Krista, is that look at all of the skills that he brings to your life that he can use to make it better. But that's offensive to you, okay? Yes, I'm shallow. No guys don't care about what women have accomplished in life. No men don't want a strong, independent, opinionated woman. Men want to feel needed. They want looks, youth, and experience. Yep. Men want to have a feminine woman. They want to have a young, youthful, feminine woman. The fact I'm above average in looks, slender, decent shape, good hygiene, and cute puts me solidly above a 5. Okay, probably. No, not all women are 10s. Some have to be 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s. Should be enough for you to just disqualify yourself. Yes, this is true. Women all think that they are the bee's knees. They all think that they're the best, they're the greatest. They're all 10s. I'm a 10. I'm a 10. I'm a 10. I don't understand this attitude about how these women walk in and like, I'm a 10. Some are realistic about it, but most women, it seems like, are like, oh, I'm a 10, even though they're like a 2. I guess unless you're a virgin, which is very unlikely, even then pushing it. Well, she said she's a mother, so I don't think she's a virgin at all. Seeing as you are overweight, which tells me you lack self-discipline and motivation. No one wants to be big, chubby, fat. I don't know about no one wants that, but yeah, she's not doing herself any favors by being that way. I know this seems like a mean message, but it's not. It's just reality and seems mean because people are so detached from that thing called reality. Sorry, why do women hold such high standards for men? You hearing my profile along with the other women who tells me that I'm not just pulling S out of my ass, yet don't allow men to have standards. Yeah, they don't allow men to have standards. And this has gone way too far. The pendulum has swung so far. Like, I believe women are the table, right? And maybe a lot of you are up in arms. Okay, but let me explain. Women are the prize, right? You chase after them, you acquire them, and then you are in an ideally happy relationship. Now they're not even worth that. They're not worth chasing after anymore. It's like, even if you're hot, you're mean. So, all right, at least you're hot, but then there's all these ugly girls out there who are also mean. But the thing is, women are the ones who are supposed to be coveted. Men are the ones who are supposed to do all of the things to covet the woman. That's just the nature of humanity, right? The men go out and proceed to do things to acquire a woman, whereas a woman doesn't have to do anything to be acquired. Therefore, she is the table. Now, in the modern society, all these women are about like how, oh, there needs to be equality and I'm a boss babe. Okay, if those things are true, then what is it that you bring to the table that's going to make my life better in some way, or going to be what it is that I want in a relationship? What I want is young, youthful, feminine. I don't want somebody who's going to be disagreeable, who's going to be harsh. I want kindness and gentleness. The world is harsh enough. I don't need that when I come home. I also want you to be available to me and only me in the bedroom on a regular basis. And most women, over time, they don't want to do that sort of thing on a regular basis anymore. So it says underneath the image that we just read, an unidentified man allegedly began the conversation with a raving rant insisting that he was solidly above a 5 and that Brown should have never matched with him because she's fat. Yeah, but Brown thinks she's a 10 though, so, He seemed to rationalize that he might have considered dating Brown if she was at least a virgin, but assumed she's not because she has 2 kids. That's a safe assumption. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, yeah, she probably is not that. I would bet money. I would bet everything that I own that she is not a virgin if she has 2 kids. That's just how it works, right? I know this seems like a mean message, but it's not. It's just, okay, we already read all this. Brown allegedly put the ruthless Romeo in his place, explaining that if he's intimidated by strong and independent women, he has some issues to work out on his own. It has nothing to do with being intimidated by strong and independent women. You don't scare me. Women don't scare me if they appear to have a career and don't need no man. That does not scare me. The only thing I find intimidating about women is if I look at a woman, I go, she could have any man she wants. And then I'm intimidated automatically because I believe that she could have any man that she wants. So it's, by the very definition of the words in that sentence, as they're put together, she's intimidating to me. I'm all for honesty, but there's something called tact and respect that it sounds like you are severely lacking. I'm not the girl for you, her response read. I didn't see anything condescending in his post. It seemed all factual to me. Instead of just leaving the uncomfortable situation alone, the blokish bachelor allegedly continued to insult Brown by calling her selfish for assuming he would want to date a woman with children, whom he referred to as baggage. Yes, you are selfish. Generally speaking, if you have children outside of wedlock, you are being selfish. There are so many options out there to keep you from having children. You are being irresponsible and disrespectful. You are a blight to civilization, to our society. We used to know this. Now it's all like, oh, it's go free love, have as many kids as you want to without having a husband or having a stable relationship. Brown said she had to block the pernicious playboy, not wanting to hear any more of his hatred. It's not hatred, it's just facts. And why is this news? I guess I fell for it too. I'm reading it here on the internet for you all. Mental health specialists have been sounding the alarm in recent years about the concerning global rise of incel culture and online abuse of women. Incels are defined by Anti-Defamation League as an extremist group of heterosexual men who blame women and society for their lack of romantic success. This is the truth, though. Men get more abuse. Okay, so men get more abuse online. If you want to call it abuse, men get more of that online than women do, by far. It's crazy. It's like women get like 5% of the abuse, and men get like 95%. It's no joke. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's a big difference like that. So our Western civilization is keeping men from getting into romantic relationships, getting into sexual relationships. It is. It's just, if you don't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. It's like looking at the sky and going, hey, the sky isn't blue, when it clearly is. Women have high standards, and they're chasing after the chads, and they can get the chads, and that's what they want to get. I can't tell you how many women I've asked out that said no. And it's like, why are you saying no? It's a date. It's not like I'm asking you to marry me. Yet you're single, and you complain about being single. I'm not good enough for you, apparently. It just doesn't make any sense, the way that we have set up our civilization here in the Western world. I don't get it. But Brown revealed she struggles with her mental health, but is at a good place in her life. She warned that hateful messages like those she provided Kennedy News could have been devastating for some women. If you're a little mentally disabled baby, yes, that would be devastating to you. Yes. Mm-hmm. Something like that could be so damaging if someone actually took his words to heart. Brown said, if you're trying to get a woman, being rude and condescending isn't the way to go about it. Yeah, I agree with that. You shouldn't be rude and condescending to people, period, in general. Let's see what we have down here in the comments. See if we can find a reasonably long one here. Extra Right Now says, she's on a dating site with pics. Expect being judged by your looks. By the way, the guy does sound like he is a go-getter that wants more than average, and why not? If he doesn't reach for it, who is going to hand it to him? Exactly. Go find the type of one you want. Here, I'm going to give you all the dating advice that you need to know for the rest of your lives. If you're a single man out there, this is all that you need to know. Go out and make lots of friends with both men and women, and you will find a girlfriend. Lots of friends. You got to go out and do social things. You got to be around women. You got to talk to women. Talk to women. Go up and talk to the women that you want to date most. What she looks like, she's pretty. I want to be with her. Go talk to her. You might find that she's not the kind of person you want to be with, personality-wise. And that's okay, because, hey, you have lots of friends. You can go choose a different girl. Eventually, you will get a girl out of that situation. Show more comments. C, do we have anything good? Fee says, there is an easy solution to this dilemma. It's not really a dilemma, but okay. Yeah, she just has a problem. People misuse the word dilemma all the time. She just has a problem. Scott Hutchins says, hey, he doesn't find fat, gross sweat hogs attractive. Most men don't. Yeah. Lose weight, don't have children out of wedlock, don't have children, and then divorce the man. You have children. I understand things happen. I'm not saying that, you have to stay married no matter what, because that's ridiculous. But maybe if she was a widow, then most men would be like, oh, I understand. And there's a lot of men out there who would be willing to step into a pre-made family. Anything? Okay, so Jake Jarmel says, why did the guy feel he had to respond? Imagine if this was a blind date. It's like a sitcom episode. Well, yeah, he felt like he had to tell her that she needs to shape up or ship out, is what I guess. And Krista claims that he just reached out to her, but I think that she probably said something to him first. Eddie Waters, step away from the Krispy Kreme and get into the protein routine. Let me tell you, ladies, if there's any ladies out there listening to this, let me tell you what you need to do for your looks. Be thin. You know what? I've lost weight this year intentionally. Not that I was fat. Believe me, I was not. And I find that losing weight is easier than keeping weight on. What a weird concept. The reason I find that to be the case is because I don't have to eat as much to maintain the weight that I had, because I don't care if I weigh less right now. So I'm eating less meals. I'm eating fewer meals a day. And I find that to be easier than going, oh, I'm hungry. Let me go get something to eat. Yeah, I feel hungry, but now I'm just ignoring it and doing whatever I want to do. So losing weight is not hard. We just have to feel hungry. And that's the main complaint I get. I used to be a trainer and people were like, but I feel hungry. I'm like, well, so? Is that going to hurt you? Spread your meals out farther apart, or you have more meals during the day. Eat smaller meals. And I'm not talking eat 6 meals a day like some people say. No, I'm talking eat like, if you have to eat 10, eat 20 meals a day. But they'd only be like a little tiny portion where you're only getting 100 calories per meal. It'd be like snacking all day long. So, ladies, that's all you need to know about your looks. You don't need to wear makeup. You don't. Wash yourself. Pull your hair back in a ponytail. Be thin. And men are going to be like, wow, you're hot. Anyway, that's all I got for this time. I want to share this article with you because, just feminist propaganda. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.